What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Washington Way. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to support our channel, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 500 subscribers. We're trying to get there. Help us get there. If you like this video, once you watched it, hit that like button before you leave. It helps the channel out so much. We appreciate everybody that's subscribing. We love all the feedback that we're getting and want to keep on providing content to help you all out, whether it's through the housing process, whether it's us traveling, whether it's us doing life. We're here to help people, motivate people to just be happy and live life. So in this video, we're going to talk about the 11-month touch-ups that D.R. Horton has with their new construction homes. So D.R. Horton representative came out around the beginning of December for us. We went over the whole house, did the blue tapes, what need to be fixed, what type of people need to come. So basically we spent about an hour and a half going over what needs to be fixed, the type of people that will come to do the repairs, anywhere from flooring to drywall to paint. Those people were contacted and they came in about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So first off, I want to say that it was pretty overwhelming. I work from home majority of the time because of the pandemic. So I was working from home whenever the people came. So one thing that I wish was it was more organized. You know, you have a certain person come this time, another person come this time, but in my situation, there were like multiple people coming in at the same time while I was, doing some work. So I really couldn't focus my attention on one thing. And I didn't really want to, hound over them while they're doing their work. So that's one thing I really didn't like. I had the drywall person come, I had the person for the doors come, and then I had a person for the flooring come all at the same time, asking me different questions while each other is talking. So that was pretty a rough experience because, you want the work to be done perfectly. So luckily I was at home and I wasn't too busy at work. So I was able to, show them what the issues was and stuff like that. But I could tell that, if you weren't here or you're somebody that isn't too into, what needs to be done, you could get lost and things might not get done. So that was a overwhelming process. Another thing that I didn't like is the drywall. So the dude that did the drywall, he did some parts pretty good, but going back around the house, I did notice some nail pops that were still there even after they did the nail pop and covered up the nail pops and repainted. So that's one thing I didn't like. As far as like some of the major issues that we needed fixed were some of our doors, they weren't leveled. So I would say I give them an A+. They went through, made sure all the doors were leveled, brought me in like, hey, how you like this? How's this closing? Does this look better? And there was an issue in the master bedroom closet. We had a lot of splitting going on. The guy that did the trims of the wall, I think a lot of people probably don't know that D.R. Horton doesn't actually do the work. It's contracted out through local businesses. From what I've seen, a lot of people that came to our house worked in the area or worked in the city where we live. So that was pretty cool to know that these are people that you can contact after if you do have some issues. So the dude for flooring, we had a kind of space gap in our flooring in the back there. He came in and fixed it. And then right by the stairs, the floor is kind of giving in, which he said is something like a floating floor. So you're gonna have those issues sometimes and they'll go away eventually. But he did give me his contact information to hit him up if, something does go wrong. One of the main issues that I saw was with painting. So if you do your touch-ups, please make sure you go around and make sure that they're doing it right. The DR Horton representative, he told me that 2 or 3 times to make sure everything is being done correctly. So if you have the house with the agreeable gray, it's gonna be very, very hard. Even when we first moved in the house and we did our first kind of inspection with the home with the builder, it's hard to see where they missed paint because that agreeable gray is kind of like a grayish white. So if it's nighttime, you're not gonna see it. So what I recommend you doing is using your phone camera, and not the phone camera, but the phone light, to go against the walls during the day, open up the blinds so that you can see those spots. So what happened was the painter came in after the drywall was done and they went over and repainted some stuff. So what I did was when they finished downstairs, I came downstairs to inspect everything. But I noticed that I could still see the white from the drywall. So I let them know because they were about to wrap up, and I'm like, hey, you know, I need all this fixed because it's a lot of places. Like I just went all through the house and all downstairs need to be fixed. All upstairs need to be fixed. And I told them, hey, can you show me, you know, your sponge? Because usually I've painted before. If your sponge is too caulked with paint, you're not gonna get a good job. So I saw his roller, his paint roller, and I was like, oh yeah, you need to put a new brush on there. So he was like, oh yeah. So he went to go put a new brush on there, and then after I went around, I could see it was completely different. So when your painters do come, make sure that, you know, they're using a fresh paint roller, because, you know, if they're using something that they've used on multiple houses, it's not gonna come as fresh as you want it to see. So I made sure of that, and that's kind of one of the things that you need to do whenever you are up for your touch-ups, to make sure, you know, everything is being done the way that you like it, because this is kind of like the final time that DR Horton is gonna come out and do this stuff for you. They did miss some spots, so we're having our baby shower and I went through the house. DR Horton does give you a free gallon of paint, so I picked that up probably a week after we closed on the house. So this weekend I went over the whole house, marked where I needed to paint, and, you know, cleaned up some areas that they missed, or some areas where you could still see the caulk from the drywall, and just went over, and now it looks, you know, as a brand new house. So that's one thing that you'll have to consider. The overall process, I would give it a B-. The painters could have did a better job. The drywall could have did a better job. I feel like even some areas that we have with nail pops, he did the drywall and they painted over, and I still see, you know, the nail pops. So I know everything can't be 100% perfect, but, you know, you pay a certain price for a house, you know, you expect to get a brand new looking house, you know, without all the minor perfections, you know. So that's one thing that I would say about the process. Just make sure you're on top of them, because their objective is to hit as many houses as they can in one day. And during the time they were doing my house, they were actually doing 2 or 3 other houses. So just make sure that they're not rushing through it and, you know, just hurrying up, because I had a lot of blue tape. So you can tell that some people would be kind of aggravated that they got to go through this whole house, and it's going to take them a lot more time than they would other houses. But, you know, you paid a lot of money for your house, and it's in contract that they're supposed to fix these things. So always make sure you stay on top of them. And that's really all I have for you. We'll continue to update you on some things that we do around the house, some touch-ups that we've done. Maybe I'll create a video I redid. So our house didn't come with handles. So I went and installed handles on all our drawers and cabinets. So that was a pretty unique experience. You know, I had a tool that helped me out. So if you have any recommendations of videos that you want to see about the house, about our process, let us know. You can comment down below. You can follow us on Instagram message us. We're pretty cool, we're pretty interactive. So any way that we can help you all, just let us know. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. We're halfway there within a year. So we thank you all that are subscribing currently. Really means a lot to me and my wife. She's not here right now. She's upstairs with the baby. We'll have a video for the baby shower next week. And then I'll have another video dropping tips for new home buyers, people moving from apartment to homes, and some things that, you know, a lot of people don't talk about whenever you purchase a new home. So thank you all. This is the Washington Way, and we out.